Hello, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I am going to teach you how to pass a senior project manager interview. Now obviously this is a tough interview to pass, and I've carried out loads of research to help you pass your interview, and I'm going to provide you with a large number of tips, but more importantly senior project manager interview questions and high scoring answers. So it does not matter which organization you have your senior project manager interview for, please do stick around and watch this video from beginning to end. Now before I get into those tips and also the interview questions and answers, a very warm welcome to this tutorial. My name is Richard McMunn. I am a former fire officer and I've been helping people now for about 20 years to successfully pass their interviews, and I do that by carrying out lots of research on your behalf, and I provide you then with top scoring answers that you can't find anywhere else. Please do subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button below the video, and I would also very much appreciate it if you gave the video a like. That always motivates me to do more. Thank you very much. Now, in preparation for your project manager, your senior project manager interview, we have to make sure that you demonstrate the following skills, qualities and attributes. First of all, that you have an ability to manage multiple difficult and complex projects concurrently. So if you're going to be a senior project manager for a large organization, you have to be able to manage and deliver multiple projects. You also need to be able to demonstrate effective on-site and off-site leadership skills. So it's about managing and leading people and resources, both face-to-face but also remotely. You also have to meet project goals, obviously timescales and specifications as determined during the planning stage of each project, which you will be greatly involved in. Also utilize effective project management skills to lead and inspire team members, contractors and those people who have a vested interest in the project. Also work solely to achieve the objectives of the plan as determined by the client or the senior directors or the senior management team of the organization you're employed for. And also, most importantly, be able to demonstrate excellent communication and interpersonal skills. Now, I've put that as a final one because that is one of the most important aspects of passing this interview. Now, there are people out there, and I get contacted on LinkedIn lots of times by people who say, I'm a brilliant project manager, however, I'm not very good at passing interviews. So the answers that are coming right now are designed to ensure that you are the standout candidate. So please do make sure you study them in detail. Now you can either take notes as I give you the senior project manager interview questions and answers, or if you watch the video from beginning to end, I'll tell you where you can download the full set of these and other senior project manager interview questions and answers. So let's get straight into those. Now the first question, why do you want to become a senior project manager and what can you bring to this role? So pretty much a guaranteed question during your senior project manager interview. So we want to get you off on the right footing. This needs to be a concise response and also one that demonstrates that you are positive, you are professional, and you can communicate in a logical and professional manner. So here we go. Here's my sample response. I want to become a senior project manager for 3 specific reasons. Now, the first reason is that I want to be the person who has full responsibility for delivering difficult projects and for also motivating my staff to be the best they can be. Now, I want to excel in my career and I feel that I am making a positive difference in the work I undertake as a senior project manager. Now, secondly, I have lots of experience managing projects and people, and this role is a natural progression for me based on years of hard work and self-development. Now, thirdly, I believe I have the right interpersonal, negotiation and persuasion skills to get challenging projects complete and to the necessary standards that you expect. So in terms of what I can bring to the role, I can bring years of expertise in varied situations, an ability to inspire, motivate and drive a team forward, and also the guarantee that I will get projects finished to a very high standard whilst adhering to the project specifications and the budget. Excuse me. So that is a great answer. It shows that you've thought about the question why you want to become a senior project manager, and also more importantly what you can bring to the role. Let's take a look at another question for your senior project manager interview. Why have you chosen our company to be a senior project manager? So there are obviously lots of different organizations that you can apply to become a senior project manager, but they want to know the exact reasons why you have chosen their organization. So here is my suggested answer to this question. The expectations of a senior project manager can only be realised if you are working for an organisation who has three things: high standards, a supportive approach to its staff, and also a constant desire to improve and develop within its industry. Now, I have chosen your organisation because you have all of these three important ingredients that will allow me to perform my role as a senior project manager to the highest achievable standards. Now, I have researched your company in detail before deciding to apply for this job, and I was nothing but impressed with your values, your work ethics, and the already strong and dedicated team you have behind you. Now, if I'm successful and I get to become your senior project manager, I'm confident I will excel in the role and meet all of your expectations. So this answer demonstrates that you've thought carefully about why you want to join their organisation. The rest of the candidates, the majority of them, will say things like, well, you're a good company to work for, you've got a good reputation, but you've gone into more detail about this. And you are also, this is what I like about this response, is you are giving three specific reasons why you want to join them. So that is a solid, positive answer. Let's take a look at another, senior project manager interview question. Now, they're getting a little bit harder now. Tell me about a time when you managed a difficult contractor or stakeholder. So as project managers and senior project managers, would all come under situations like this. But this is where we have to demonstrate strong communication and persuasion and negotiation skills. So here's my specific answer to this question. Recently, I was tasked with working on a project which included a particularly challenging client who not only made life difficult for the team through his style of communication, but who also continually requested unreasonable changes to the agreed project plan. Now, I requested a meeting with the client to try and build a positive relationship with him and to also agree a mutually beneficial way forward. Now, during the meeting, I first of all established his goals and what was important to him in respect of the project completion. I then explained to him the project execution process and how he could assist us in making sure the project not only ran smoothly, but to also make sure it was completed to the highest completion standards possible. I also suggested some guidelines in respect of communication moving forward and asked him to go direct through myself during the project development stage. Now, at the end of the meeting, I felt we had built up a positive rapport with clear, agreeable guidelines that ensured the project from there on in ran smoothly and successfully. So this demonstrates that you can turn a challenging situation into a positive one that you have more control over, and that is the key to answering this question. Now, I've got two more very challenging senior project manager interview questions and answers to go through with you. But just to make you aware, if you want to pass your interview with high scoring answers, there's a link that's appeared right there in the top right hand corner. I've created a guide that has 15 senior project manager interview questions and answers. You can download that and use it during your preparation. So when you're ready, you can click that link and it will take you through to my website. Let's move on to the next question, a hard one. Describe a time when you solved a complex project-related problem. What idea did you utilise and how did you make it effective? So let me just quickly repeat that. Describe a time when you solved a complex project-related problem. What idea did you utilise and how did you make it effective? So let's take a look at my sample answer. Here we go. I was responsible for delivering a challenging project that had a very tight budget and limited staff. In order to make the project effective, I came up with an idea that enabled me to make use of a pool of talent for specific project-related tasks from around the globe. Now, because I was using tried and tested outsourcers from different countries, this meant a large portion of the technical project-specific tasks could still be carried out at night whilst I was away from my desk. Now, each day when I logged on at 6 a.m, I would already have received updates from the project outsourcers around the globe on the progress they were making with their specific task or area. Now, this meant the project workflow continued 24 hours a day, which enabled me to get the project completed on time. Now, in addition to this, the cost of using outsourcers from some countries was considerably lower than others, which meant I was able to meet the specific financial constraints of the project. So that's a solid answer, a great answer, where you have used initiative and you've used creative thinking to come up with an idea to get around the problem of having a very tight budget and also limited staff. Let's move on to another question for your senior project manager interview. Don't forget, if you're on LinkedIn, I've put my LinkedIn address in the description below. Please connect with me. I love connecting with people and professionals online. Next question, tell me what you know about project risk. Now, obviously, you have to not only manage risk as a senior project manager, but you have to foresee it, you have to identify and understand what type of risk it is. Now, there will be times when you may take risk, and as a former fire officer, I used to attend many incidents, and I would have to calculate the risk carefully. Was I prepared to take the risk, or was it not worth it? And it's the same in business. When you're a senior project manager, you have to understand the risk and the impact of it. So this question assesses your ability to know about risk and what you would do about it. So here we go. There are fundamentally 3 categories of risk that I always plan for whilst managing and delivering projects. These are cost risk, schedule risk, and performance risk. Now, cost risk is the potential for the escalation of costs due to substandard initial project costing estimates, and also the lack of foresight in respect of the allocation of finances for unexpected costs. The schedule risk is the danger that the agreed completion date can be missed, again essentially due to poor planning. Now, the performance risk is the danger that the completed project will not function or perform as agreed as per the specifications. Now, the only way to minimize all 3 risks is by thorough analysis of the project requirements and by also taking into account for every potential issue, challenge or problem. So you and I know, as experienced project managers and leaders, that the success of a project is essentially based on the work that's done at the beginning. Thinking about the dangers and the risks. So that demonstrates you know about risk, you know about it in detail, and you are prepared for it. So don't forget, if you want all 15 senior project manager interview questions and answers, you can either click the link below the video right there, or if you click the one in the top right hand corner, it takes you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, direct to this page where I've got the full list of senior project manager interview questions. Now, you can either spend time taking a note of all these questions that I recommend you prepare for, or if you want to download the full set of answers, scroll down to the bottom and you can get a copy of those. Now, I've also put in here 4 key tips for helping you pass your senior project manager interview. Just take your time to read them as well, because I believe they are very important. Now, as you can see from my content, my aim is to make sure you are the standout candidate and to make you come across as professional, concise, someone who's a great communicator, and I've specifically done that in the answers I've created for you. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I love teaching you how to pass your interviews. I get a great sense of achievement from it. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your pursuit to passing your senior project manager. Have a brilliant day.